So I guess I'll just begin from the beginning. When I was born, I lived with my mom and my dad until I was 2. I was actually removed for sexual abuse, but I don't know why. I was young, so I obviously wouldn't remember that. I was adopted when I was 12, but I had a false adoption, which is pretty much they reverse your adoption because it wasn't the right fit for you. And I lived throughout foster care until I was 18. I aged out, and it made me know that, there is darkness in this world, but there's also light. There's also amazing people. There are people who do want the best for me, who aren't just, oh, she's an orphan, forget her life. That's how I felt a lot growing up, is that a lot of people viewed me like that. The first time I went to the Eddy House, I was 16 years old. It was crazy, just walking in and all these staff just smiling, everybody pretty much introduced themselves and instantly were telling me about all the different resources I could do. Things from art to things that were domestic abuse classes. And I just love that a lot of us are given that opportunity to turn our lives around, to have a chance, to feel like we matter, not to just feel like we're just orphans for the rest of our life. We just feel that the world gave up on us, our families gave up on us, and it's hard. But to see places like this not give up on us, places like this fight for us, fight for even our stories. I might cry a little bit, but it's amazing and it's magical. Just to really see that happen, and not even just with me, I see it happen with a bunch of other kids. There's kids I grew up in the system with that I see come in here, and just knowing that they're okay and that they're not on the streets just feeling abandoned is magical to me. And I'm sorry to cry a little, because it's hard, especially living through it with all those kids and knowing, all the problems that we have because of that. We have problems being close to people. We have problems building relationships, knowing what stability is, knowing how to live on our own. And this place gives us that ability to learn that. I felt like when I was in the Eddy House, I was safe. I knew that nothing was gonna happen to me while I was in there. I knew that even going through the problems I was at home, that when I was at the Eddy House, I was safe. It helps knowing that there's somebody I can fall back on and call and talk to about my stresses, and talk to about, if I am having issues with things, or even if I need cleaning supplies. The Eddy House literally furnished my whole house. They help me with my bills. They help me get on my feet. In a sense where it's I'm not gonna pay for everything. You still have to have the responsibility of paying for certain things, but I'm gonna help you out with this part until you can get further on. And when you get further on, you get a job or whatever, okay, we're not gonna take away your help though. What we're gonna do is we're gonna make you assist yourself a little more. All right, now you're gonna pay a little bit more of this stuff. It was definitely a whole different change, because I was really getting help that was actually gonna help me succeed. It means so much to me, because a lot of people like me, we don't get given things like that. And almost everything we're given throughout life is ripped from us. So knowing that we have this chance to get on our feet and to be stable and to feel like our home is really a home, to create our own home, it means more to us than you guys would ever understand. And not saying that you wouldn't understand, but it is it means so much. It definitely is a whole different world, being just given an opportunity, a true opportunity that's not getting ripped.
I always believe that the way we treat our most vulnerable is a reflection on our community. But the thing is, our community didn't know. I didn't know how severe this was. So first step to change is awareness. So that's when I really wanted to let the community know the need and how we were going to fulfill that need. And we are doing it.
In our last 11 years, we've gone from this wonderful organization that's operated a small drop-in center, expanded to our 24-hour shelter, and we're excited for what's coming next. My wife and I are really passionate about how do we serve this next generation. One of our favorite quotes is that our generation needs someone who has gone before them to be for them. And we really believe that that's part of what our work here is at Eddy House. Our ability to help these young people with just a little bit of effort, a little bit of encouragement, find that next step. so that they can have their own independent life in our community and be contributing back to our community. They love this area that we all live in, and so it's just an awesome opportunity to help them.
I cannot wait to see what the Eddy House does next.
It's just amazing, you know? I never thought that the Eddy House was gonna really turn into something like this, where they were actually able to help us the way that, you know, we needed it. But they did. They did an amazing job with it.